All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I'm gonna go real quickly through all the pairs and how I'm doing so far. So with AUD/USD, based on the analysis that we have right now in the 4 hour, we see the market retest multiple times on the support level when it comes down to this bullish trend line, once, twice, three times, and four times if you include these levels. It broke away and retested again on the outside on support and resistance zones, and it pushed below that. The reason my TP is all the way down here is because of the fact that there is a lot of resistance at this zone. This is not a point where you have to use Fibonacci's. Fibonacci's are simply used to infer potential support and resistance zones if you don't have any to refer to. So when it comes down to this, my TP is at 88 pips. I believe I'm very close to that. Take profit if it hasn't fulfilled due to my spread, but we're expecting the market to maintain that direction and just probably consolidate within that general area. So EU is still for me bullish, just based on the fact that we do look at the 4 hour. Let's look at the daily just to give us a very clear understanding of what could potentially happen. So when it comes down to the daily, the basic information is simple. Market is within the channel. That channel has been consolidated for a while. There is an expectation for this market to break away from this channel because markets don't tend to last very long when it comes down to that. Another confirmation is that we have a bearish trend line confirmed once, twice, three times, breakaway, retest within that general area. That's why I say it's very important for you not to take trend lines so serious when it comes down to them being exact, because more than often they will linger on within inside or outside of the trend line, depending on what direction you're expecting the market to go. It broke away and retested within this level. It's within that general area where it's consolidated and has not created a lower low, but at the same time, it has created a lower high. But at the same time, I have to take into consideration the fact that the potential for the market to maintain a bullish trend is very highly, just based on the fact that if we do look at the higher time frames, mostly the monthly, we see the market retest on this support level, which is right here. There's an expectation for the market to push above that, just because of the fact that there's a lot of resistance within that level. 1 hour is so confirming there's a potential for the market to push up based on the downward wicks. So my expectation for this is, of course, at 141 pips. My original position was all the way up here, but I did not want to get greedy, and I expected this market to get fulfilled before Friday. So I'm just going to wait and see based on the fact that this is my previous support and resistance zone. All right, UJ. So UJ, I've been in this trade. I was in negatives for a while, and now I had some profits. But when it comes down to this specific trade setup, it's very simple. There's an expectation for this market to maintain a downward trend, but at the same time, we do see potential for the market to maintain an upward trend. Let me explain what I mean by that. So first of all, when we look at it daily, let's look at the monthly just to give us that reference again. So when we look at the monthly, we see the market break away from this bearish trend line and retest, and we see wicks on the downside. Opposed to that, we do see the market maintain that support and resistance level when it comes down to this general direction. So it's not pushed above that. So when it comes down to that level of trend that we have so far, is that the market has a bullish trend line confirmed once, twice, three, and four times within that level. But at the same time, we do not see the market push above this level. So that's also confirming to us that there's a potential for this market to maintain a downward trend. But there's also the probability of the market to retest this trend line and push above that with actual direction when it comes down to this setup. Let's look at the 1 hour to give us a little bit more clear picture. So same concept, market has shown a lot of wicks on the upside, meaning that there's a lot of buyers exhaustion, meaning that there's potential for the market to maintain a downward trend. My risk to reward ratio when it comes down to this specific trade is relatively simple: 60 pips loss, 257 pip gain. So I have roughly 3-to-1 ratio. It's not bad. It's not necessarily the best trade to take, but at the same time, it's not a trade that I'm very, in a sense, concerned about if it does hit my stop loss, because risk management is always has and will always be something that's vital when it comes down to trading, and you must master that. All right, UCAD. So UCAD so far is relatively simple. UCAD tends to consolidate and at the same time is very volatile. So you just got to take into consideration all these aspects when it comes down to this specific trade setup. So when it comes down to this, market has a bullish trend line, breakaway, retest. We see wicks on the upside, meaning there's exhaustion. When it comes down to buyers, look at the 1 hour, see market retest, and it's within that level where markets continue to push down below that. My previous TP, which is this level 66 pips, is based on the fact that we had previous support at this zone. There's a potential for the market to go below that, reach this previous trend line based on the 4 hour, I believe, on the daily, just to make sure. I believe it's on the daily or the monthly, whatnot. But yeah, so when it comes down to the monthly, we do see that trend line being confirmed. It's not letting me see the monthly for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. So on a 1 hour, we basically see the market maintain a downward trend, potentially hitting this previous TP. So far, let me see if it lets me. I don't know why it's not letting me. So I can. There we go. So the monthly, there we go. Monthly trend line, bullish, respected multiple times. The expectation for this market to break away is very probable just because there's been a lot of resistance when it comes down to this exact level. So for the market to push above that, there's a lesser probability, but it's still possible. Understand this is not a 100% game. You do not know what's going to happen in the market and don't expect to know. You don't own the market and there's a lot of variables into it. Just take your trade based on your analysis and don't ever listen to anybody else unless it's your own analysis and it confirms with that. All right, so US 30. So US 30 right now, it is on a channel. I identified that channel once, twice, three, and once, twice, three on the upside, 4 times within that level. And that's finding a lot of support and resistance within that zone. And based on that zone, we can look at it on the monthly. We see that it has not pushed above that general area ever. So we have to keep a very close eye on it because that means that the market is reaching new heights. Not necessarily a good or bad thing. I'm just saying that there's a possibility for this market to maintain a downward trend. My expectations for it, even though I do see wicks on the downside, I do see potential for the market to maintain a bullish trend, is due to the fact that this is US 30. My expectations for this is to maintain a downward trend. It's to break away from this retest and push at least to the TP here and potentially TP over here. So we're going to wait and see on US 30. You always have to be cautious with it because it is not like a cryptocurrency or a regular currency. It is very, very, in a sense, it impacts your account relatively high. So just be careful with that. All right, so Ripple. So when it comes down to Ripple, simple. I've been getting a lot of ads for some reason. So simple information. When it comes down to this, we look at the monthly to give us a little bit more reference. Like I said, I don't really like looking at the monthly. I don't even know why I said look at the monthly. But overall market broke away from this bearish trend line and it's within that consolidation zone at this level. This would have been a lot of great entries. I wish, not necessarily wish, but based on the understanding, I could have maintained this trade, but I was happy and content with the profits that I got. Right now, where the market is at, there's a potential entry for me, just based on the fact that it has broken away from the support zone and it's retesting it exactly on the 78.6 and the 88.6, which is based on the Fibonacci level. The reason I'm using the Fibonacci is because I do not have any prior support and resistance zones to refer to. So this is my next TP. So if I do take a trade, which I'm more than likely going to take, my entry point will be within this general area, TP all the way to this level on a 27%. My Fibonacci levels and my stop loss. This is not like a currency or US 30. I do expand on my stop losses relatively high just because I know how cryptocurrencies spike. So my stop loss is all the way down here, expecting it to potentially reach a little bit below that. So just gonna wait and see what's gonna happen with this specific pair setup. So that's it for this analysis, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. And I would recommend one book if you haven't already read this book. Listen to it on audiobook. If you download Audible and you sign up for the first time, you get one free book. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I signed up multiple times for free, and I got them free books all the time. Nothing personal. I don't know. I'm gonna start paying for them though. But the book is called "Can't Hurt Me" by David Goggins. Somebody in the group chat recommended it to me, and it's been a great book so far, and it's been very motivating. I would recommend it to anybody. It doesn't necessarily have to do anything with trading, but it has to do a lot with mentality and how you can grow and prosper as an individual to become better and do better in anything in your life. And if that includes trading, make it happen. So hopefully everybody has a great night, and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow or Friday. Just have a wrap up on this analysis.